stream the wipe down.
Well, Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom, Rabbi Khan.
Oh, good. Shabbat Shalom, Rabbi
Nice to be
Mason.
6 feet apart from you.
Woohoo! Everyone is hopefully at home watching along. Hopefully you found the Mishkan Tefillah download in the link on our YouTube page. Even if you're watching on Facebook Live, you can minimize that window if you want and go over to the YouTube page and click on the live stream there, and you will find the Mishkan Tefillah, or you can just listen along, and we'll give you a variety of page numbers. Ma tovu, how nice it is. Oh, Hine ma tov, how nice it is for us to be together on this beautiful Shabbat Hagadol.
We use the word together loosely, but
Yes.
accurately.
Absolutely.
Hine ma tovu manayim, shever achim gam yachad. 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 Hine ma tovu manayim, shever achim gam yachad.
And we'll continue now with Ma Tovu, page 192 or page 74, depending on the version of the book you are using. Ma tovu ohalecha Yaakov, ohalecha Yaakov, mishkenotecha Yisrael. Ma tovu ohalecha Yaakov, ohalecha Yaakov, mishkenotecha Yisrael. Vaniv merov chastecha avo vetecha eshtachaveh elecha kodshecha beiratecha. Ma tovu, ma tovu, ohalecha Yaakov, ohalecha Yaakov, mishkenotecha Yisrael. Ma tovu, ohalecha Yaakov, ohalecha Yaakov, mishkenotecha Yisrael. And we'll continue with Birkot Nisim B'chol Yom. We thank God for the daily miracles, especially now. We should not take for granted all of the things that occur when we wake up. And we always tell our bar and bat mitzvah kids, pay special attention on these prayers. This is the first thing they do at their bar and bat mitzvah, so shout it out at home. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan l'sach vivina, להבחין בין יום ובין לילה, who has given the mind the ability to distinguish day from night.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, pokeach ivrim, who opens the eyes of the blind. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, matir asurim, who frees the captive. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, zokef kefufim, who lifts up the fallen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, rokaha aretz al hamayim, who stretches the earth over the waters. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamechim tzadei gaver, who strengthens our steps. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, malbish harumim, who clothes the naked. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hanotein layav koach, who gives strength to the weary. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamavir sheina me'enai, utnuma me'afapai, who removes sleep from the eyes, slumber from the eyelids. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shasani b'tselem Elohim, who made me in the image of God. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shasani ben chorin, who has made me free. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shasani Yisrael, who has made me a Jew. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Ozer Yisrael bigvura, who girds Israel with strength. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Oter Yisrael betifara, who crowns Israel with splendor.
We continue with Psalm 150. This is our opportunity to make some noise. And what's terrific about that this morning is we can't hear how ridiculous you sound.
Yeah.
So sing it out, drum it out, clap it out, stomp it out, whatever it is you've got to do to make some noise, make the neighbors wonder what is going on in there. You can find Psalm 150 on page 100 in the Shabbat edition or page 218 in the All Holiday edition. Hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah,
continue now with Chatzi Kaddish 224 or 106. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, ועמד יברח חירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון ויומכון, ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בגלה בגלה, ובזמן קריב אמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך, לעולם ליומי עמיה, יתברך יתברך וישתבח, ויפר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל, שמי דקודשה בריחו, לעולם מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, Damiran be'alma v'imru. Amen. Please stand where you are for Baruch Hu, page 108 or 226. Ya la ya la la ya la 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 ya la la ya la ya la la ya la 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 la. Hamevorach, Baruch Adonai, Hamevorach, Leolam, Leolam Vaed. Praise Adonai, to whom our praise is due. Praise Adonai, to whom our praise is due. Praise Adonai, to whom our praise is due, now and forever. Ya la 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 la, ya la ya la la, ya la la la, ya la la, ya la ya la la, ya la 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 la.
Continue with Yotzer Or on page 228 in the thicker book, 110 in the Shabbat edition. And we take comfort in these times where everything feels different. Everything feels so not normal. We take comfort in the regularity of the rising of the sun and the setting of the sun, and the rising of the moon and the setting of the moon, and the cycles of nature that go on even when our lives seem to be in chaos. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Yotzer or uvorei choshech, osei shalom uvorei atakol, hameir la'aretz v'ladarim aleha barachamim, uvtuvo mechadesh b'chol yom tamid ma'aseh v'reishit. Ma rabu ma'asecha Adonai, gulam b'chochma asita, mal'ah ha'aretz kinyanecha, titbarach Adonai Eloheinu al shavach ma'aseh yadecha, ve'al meorei or she'asita yifa'arucha selah. Or chadash al tzion ta'ir, v'nizkechu lanu mehirat la'oro, Baruch atah Adonai Yotzer HaMeorot. Praised are you, Adonai, creator of all heavenly lights. We turn to the next page, and if you're following along, please join with us in the English. How deeply you have loved us, Adonai our God, gracing us with surpassing compassion. On account of our forebears whose trust led you to teach them the laws of life, be gracious to us, teaching us as well. O merciful one, have mercy on us by making us able to understand and discern, to heed, learn, and teach, and lovingly to observe, perform, and fulfill all that is in your Torah. Enlighten our eyes with your Torah, focus our minds on your mitzvot, unite our hearts in love and reverence for your name. Then will we never feel shame, never deserve rebuke, and never stumble. Having trusted in your great and awesome holiness, we shall celebrate your salvation with joy. Gather us in peace from the four corners of the earth and lead us upright to our land. For you, O God, work wonders. You chose us. Truly, you drew us near to your great name that we might acknowledge you, declaring you one in love. Praise be you, Adonai, who chooses your people Israel in love. Baruch atah Adonai, habocher be'amo Yisrael be'ahava. So a trick I once learned with the Shema, if you are one who likes to close your eyes during the Shema, in the spirit of oneness and unity and connection, feel free to transport yourself to the place you'd like to be. Maybe it's right there in your living room or den or wherever it is you're sitting right now. Maybe you want to be sitting here with us in this holy space. I know I'm picturing, with my eyes closed, all of you out there in front of us today. Maybe it's to your warm bed at night when your parents used to sing you the Shema before you went to sleep. Wherever it is, allow yourself to go there as we sing across the distances together. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto
Leolam Vaed. Please be seated. We'll continue with the Ahafta 116 or 234. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha v'chol nafshecha v'chol meodecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'eleh asher anochi mitzavecha hayom alevavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'beitecha u'v'lechtecha b'derech u'v'shochbecha u'v'kumecha u'kshartam leot ayadecha v'ayu letotafot b'neinecha u'chtavtam al mezuzot beitecha u'visharecha leman tizkeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'tem kedoshim Elohechem Ani Adonai Elohechem Asher hotzeiti etchem Me'eretz Mitzrayim Liot lachem Elohim Ani Adonai Elohechem Adonai Elohechem Emet. Page 240. On this eve of Pesach, on the Shabbat HaGadol, we sing Michamocha from the Song of the Sea. Yalla la 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 yalla la 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 yalla la 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 yalla la 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 mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh nora tehilot osef ele nora tehilot osef ele shira chadasha shibechu geulim leshimecha על שפת הים, יחד כולם. הודו והמלכו ואמרו אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. יאללה לה לה לה, יאללה לה לה לה, יאללה לה לה לה, יאללה לה 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 לה, יאללה לה לה לה, יאללה לה יאללה לה, יאללה לה לה לה, יאללה לה לה לה. Israel, uvdechenu mecha, Yehuda v'Yisrael. Go aleinu, Adonai tzvaot shemo, Kedosh Yisrael. Baruch atah Adonai, Gal Yisrael. Well, the Amidah, the standing prayer, begins on page 124 or 242. And let's all stand where we are, shall we?
Sounds good.
Adonai, svatai tiftach. Ufi agid tehilatecha. Adonai, svatai tiftach. Ufi agid tehilatecha. Adonai, Adonai, svatai tiftach. Ufi agid tehilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei avoteinu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibur v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel chasadim tovim, vekonei hakol, vezocher chasdei avot ve'imahot, umevi gula livnei bneihem, leman shemo be'ahava. Melech ozer Moshia umagen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham bezrat Sarah. Atah gibor le'olam Adonai, mechayei hakol, atah rav lehoshia. Mashiv haruach umorid hagashem. One more week. Mechalkel chaim bechesed, Mechaye hakol berachamim rabim, somech noflim berofei cholim, umatir asurim, umekayem emunato, lishenei afar, michamocha bal gevurot, umidol melach, melech memit umechaye, umatzmiach Yeshua v'ne'emanat halachayot hakol. Baruch atah Adonai, mechaye hakol. 130 and 248, the Kedoshah. Ekadesh et shimcha ba'olam, כשם שמקדישים אותו בשמי מרום, ככתוב היה נביאך, וקרא זה אל זה ואמר, קדוש, 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 אדוני צבאות, מלוך כל הארץ, כבודו, אדיר, אדירנו, אדוני, אדוננו, מאדיר שמך בכל הארץ, ברוך כבוד אדוני ממקומו. אחד הוא אלוהינו, הוא אבינו מלכנו, הוא מושיענו וישמיענו, ברחמיו לעיני כל חי. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, ימלוך אדוני לעולם, אלוהיך ציון, לדור ודור, הללויה. לדור ודור נגיד גודלך, ולנצח נצחים קדושתך נקדיש, ושבחך עלינו מפינו לא ימוש לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש. ישמחו במלכותך שומרי שבת וקוראי עונג, עם קדשי שביעי כולם יספרו ויתענגו מטובך, והשביעי רצית בו וקידשתו, חמדת ימים אותו קראת, זכר למעשה בראשית. Please be seated. And now please relax where you are and take some time for silent meditation. And let's be mindful that today, Shabbat HaGadol, the great Shabbat, which is right before Passover, is different for us and for Jews throughout the world. The great Shabbat is something to be celebrated, of course, in community, but let's be mindful of the fact that we are in community, even though we are in different places. And while I know that that trope seems repetitive, we're not here physically, but we're here spiritually, it's something that I think we need to be mindful of, and I hope we're mindful of, especially when we get to the other side of this, of what it feels like now to not be together, unless we take for granted what it will be like to be together once again. And hopefully 1 year from now, on Shabbat HaGadol, 5781, we will all be together celebrating this very special day. So with all of that in mind and so much more on your minds, please take some time for silent prayer.
We continue with Seder Kriyat HaTorah, our Torah service, which you can find on page 362 if you've got the big book, and page 244 if you're in the Shabbat edition. If you're standing at home, let's stand together as we continue.
Ein kamocha v'Elohim Adonai ve'ein kema'asecha malchutecha malchut kol olamim u'memshaltecha bechol dor v'dor. Adonai melech, Adonai malach, Adonai imloch leolam va'ed. Adonai oz le'amo yitein. Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom. Av harachamim heitiv avirtzoncha et Zion. Tivnei chomot Yerushalayim. Tivnei chomot Yerushalayim. Ki vecha levad batachnu. Melech el ram benisa. Adon olamim. 364 and then 366 or 246 and 248. Ki mitzion teitzei Torah. Ki mitzion teitzei Torah. Udvar Adonai mirushalayim. Baruch shenatan Torah Torah. Baruch shenatan Torah Torah le'amo Yisrael b'kedushato. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Echad Eloheinu Gadol Adonenu Kadosh Shemo Gadlul Adonai iti Uneromema Shemo Yachdav. Lecha Adonai Hagedula V'Hagevura V'Hatiferet V'Hanetzach V'Ahod. Ki cho b'shamayim uvaretz. Ki cho b'shamayim uvaretz. Lecha Adonai hamamlacha ve'amit na'aseh lechol erosh. Please be seated. Now, I'm not sure if everyone has a copy of the Torah commentary, so I will give you chapter and verse, and if you do have the Reformed Jewish Central Conference of American Rabbis Torah, a modern commentary, revised edition, we are at the beginning, oh, thank you, Rabbi. We are at the beginning of the chapter 6 of Leviticus, which is the parsha called Tzav. Now, Tzav, and Rabbi Mason Barkin's going to be speaking.
Don't give away my drash.
I'm not giving away your drash. Is the root for commandment. Did I give it away?
Not yet.
Okay, good. And the first part, are you talking about the first part that we're going to be reading?
I don't think so.
About the changing of the
No.
clothes?
Oh,
Oh,
wait,
good.
yes.
You are?
Yep.
Okay, good. Spoiler alert. I'm not telling you anymore. Well, that would be an anti-spoiler.
You could
alert.
say a little more. If you
Well,
want.
there's a lot of ritual with the burnt offering. Thank
Yes.
you. And the priest has to change clothes.
And that's hold right there.
I'm holding. That's no spoiler alert. But I think that's something about that's coming down the pike here. So after we chant from Torah, we'll hear some words of Torah. Do you want to do the Devar Torah now?
Yeah, go for it.
You sure?
Do the reading, yeah.
Great.
That way we can kind of get in the zone.
Let's get in the zone. We are on page 688 for those of you who do have the commentary. If not, please turn to chapter 6 of your Bibles in Leviticus, chapter 6, verse 1. Tzav, God is commanding Moses, telling Aaron and his sons to do the following. I won't even translate it because I don't want to, mess with it. Everybody above the age of bar bat mitzvah at home is welcome to join us because we're above the age of bar bat. I mean, Rabbi Mason Barkin barely. She's like
If only.
18, 19.
Yeah, I'm 19.
With 3 children. But we're going to all say the blessing together on this Shabbat HaGadol because it is a big Shabbat.
It's a big one.
It is. So if you want the Torah blessings, if you'd like to follow along, we're on page 368 or 250. And seriously, please join us. But your kids, if they join us and they're under the age of bar mitzvah, this counts as practicing.
Oh, do they get a sticker?
Well, they don't get a sticker, but they can get it checked off in their book, in their binder, virtually checked. Baruch hu et Adonai hamvorach, Baruch Adonai hamvorach le'olam va'ed, Baruch Adonai hamvorach le'olam va'ed, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato, Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah. What is nice about not having bar and bat mitzvah students coming in during the week and meeting with their mentors is the Torah is exactly where I rolled it to. That I like. Vayidaber Adonai el Moshe le'emor, tzav et Aharon ve'et banav le'emor, zot Torat ha'olah hi, ha'olah al mifkadeh al hamizbeach kol halayla ad haboker. Ve'esh hamizbeach tokad bo, ulevash hakohen medubed, ve'michnesei bed yilbash al besaro, ve'herim et hadashen asher tochal ha'esh et ha'olah al hamizbeach Ushmo etzel hamizbeach bepashat et bigdav ulevash begadim acherim v'hotzi et hadoshen al michutz lamachane el makom tahor v'ha'esh al hamizbeach tokad bo lo tichbe uva'ad aleha hakohen etzim baboker ve'orech aleha ha'olah v'hiktir aleha chalvei hashlamim esh tamid tokad al hamizbeach lo tichabeh. No translation. We'll let you handle that.
I'll go with the translation.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam nata betochenu Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah. Before we continue, we'll take a moment for Misha Berach for a prayer for healing of mind and body and spirit for our loved ones. If you wish to write in the comments, either on Facebook Live or on the live stream, the name of a loved one you would like us to pray for on this Shabbat, please say their name or write their name at this time. Mishaberach Aviteinu Avraham Yitzchak v'Yaakov Yimotenu Saraf Garach v'Leah Hu Yivarech v'Yirapeh et HaCholim Yakirenu HaKadosh Baruch Hu Yimalei Rachamim Aleihem L'Hachlimam L'Rafotam L'Achziakam Vayishlach lahem mehera refuah shlema min hashamayim refuah tanefesh refuah taguv hashtab agalav izman kariv v'nomar amen. May the one who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Sarah, Rebekah, Rachel, and Leah, Bless and bring healing to those who are ill, the names that we have typed, or those who are in our hearts and in our thoughts. May the Blessed Holy One be filled with compassion for their health to be restored and their strength to be revived. Oh God, on this day, we also keep in mind and in our hearts those who are suffering in our world from coronavirus and from all other diseases as well. May God swiftly send all of them a complete renewal of body and of spirit, and let us all say, Amen. I think now would be a good time to drush, no?
Some Torah.
Let's do some Torah, Rabbi. I will cover the Torah, and it is all yours.
Drosh it out. Well then, Shabbat Shalom, everyone. It's nice to be together as we keep referring to. We are all, each one of us, I think, beginning to get used to this. I hate to say new normal, because I don't want this to be our new normal, and I hope and pray that this new normal is as temporary as possible, and that before we know it, these seats are filled once again, and we are able to greet one another with love and without fear. But for the meantime, we are making the best of it, and we are getting used to this temporary normal. And I know that for many of us, this temporary normal means giving up certain luxuries. So, for example, Facebook, which used to be a luxury, is now a necessity, I feel like, in order to connect with people. I'm seeing all kinds of pictures of people's nails, after removing the gel filling or the dip or whatever it is you had on your nails. It's all gone now, and here, this is natural nails. This is what they look like. I'm seeing pictures of people's roots grown out. Yeah. I'm seeing people dining from their favorite restaurants on the couch as they go and perhaps get takeout or whatever it is. I'm seeing, in my house, I reverted to eating like a 5-year-old, because that's, instead of cooking gourmet meals, I'm having dino nuggets, because that's what we've got in the freezer. So certain luxuries, like having yummy new meals that we just went shopping for that day or whatever it is, we've had to give up on a lot of those luxuries. And another luxury for us that we've had to give up in our home that we decided to is we have a cleaning service that comes twice monthly, and it's a little bit of sanity for me, and I love coming home those days that Anna and her crew has been there, because I get home and everything smells clean and everything has been put away. And we do our daily upkeep, we clean things up, but there's nothing like a professionally cleaned home that we treat ourselves to every once in a while. And Josh and I talked about it, and we decided that the responsible thing to do, the right thing to do, was to not ask Anna and her crew to come into our home, lest one of us should pass on something to her that we don't know that we have, and she brings it home to her family, and we would never want to endanger her in that way. So, or vice versa. So we've told them not to come for the time being. We're still paying them as long as we can. We want to keep that economy churning as best we can. But it does mean that I am deep cleaning my own house for the first time in a while. And like I said, we do the regular upkeep, but things like cleaning bathrooms and cleaning like all the grooves in the stove and all of that kind of stuff is left to us. And as you'll see in this week's Torah portion, we see that even the priests who are in charge of these holy sacrifices, sacred communication with God, are also their own cleaning crew. As it says in our Torah, which you heard Rabbi Kahn read just a moment ago, the priest shall dress in linen raiment, or linen garments, with linen breeches next to his body, and he shall take the ashes to which the fire has reduced the burnt offering on the altar, and place them beside the altar. And he shall then take off his vestments, put on other vestments, and carry the ashes outside the camp to a pure place. So it's all written very fancy and lovely, but when we get down to it, in essence, what we just heard was about how the priests take out the trash. Even the priests have to take out the trash in the temple. It's like after the event has gone on, after the bat mitzvah with all the beautiful decorations and everything, someone's got to clean that mess up at the end. And here in the holy temple, it was the priests who cleaned up the mess at the end of the night. So what does this mean, that the priests change their clothes in order to do this trash taking? And what we wonder, and what the rabbis struggle with, is are they changing out of their holy clothes and like putting on their sweatpants like the rest of us all at home, and then taking out the trash and then putting their holy clothes back on? Or are they putting on a different set of holy clothes to take out the trash? Are they seeing this as a sacred task or as a mundane task? And we don't know the difference. We only know that there is a shift. But perhaps it's helpful for us throughout the duration of this strange time to consider the latter, that perhaps the priests are not putting on their sweatpants, but putting on their second set of holy clothes in order to do this mundane task. That for each one of us, as we are letting our natural nails show and our natural hair and wearing our sweatpants and eating our dino nuggets, whatever it is, whatever this mundanity is that we are participating in the absolute regularness of not having these luxuries. What if we were to think about this as a holy time and to find holiness in the changes that we've made, whether it's the dino nuggets or the natural hair, or perhaps we're mopping the floor, or perhaps we're teaching our children to sort the laundry or to do the dishes, or whatever it is, that there is holiness even in that change, partly because we are taking on the pride and care for ourselves and our homes, and partly because we are making these sacrifices. We are giving up these luxuries in order to protect the health and safety of our community, and that in itself is a holy task. We are hitting reset on our regular routines. We are doing everything a bit differently and coming back to basics in so many ways. And as we do so, if we can strive to find the holiness in these mundane routines, even in these uncomfortable parts of this temporary normal, we will perhaps elevate that in holiness as we protect one another, protect our society, and strive to save lives together. Amen. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Don't forget to take out the trash. Thank you.
Before we lift and redress the Torah, we're just going to read a little bit. It's such a great Haftorah portion. I spoke about it last night. I talked about the end of the Haftorah portion, the special one for Shabbat HaGadol, and the Messianic era message of what would be theoretically the last Passover, the Passover where the world would celebrate liberation, the world would be freed from bondage. And this morning I wanted to focus on just one little paragraph from the Haftorah portion, so I'm going to read it in English. I'm not going to chant it, which is good for you, about how God does in fact take it personally when we don't behave properly. Some people don't think God has any emotions, and to a large extent, it's hard to think of a God with the same types of emotions that we have, yet the Malachi, or Malachi, is the prophet. He lives around the 5th century, so in the 400s, when Jerusalem was under Persian rule. And he's using human language and emotional vocabulary to describe how painful it is for God when human beings don't behave. And so before the part that I read last night, when Malachi talks about the coming of Elijah the prophet and the great and awesome day of pivoting from what we see as the world around us to a world that is perfect, he speaks in really poetic language about how it is that God doesn't like it when we misbehave. So let's chant the blessings, and then for those of you who have a Plout commentary, we'll be on page 1460 for Shabbat HaGadol Haftorah, and for those of you who just have a Bible at home, we'll be reading just a few verses starting in Malachi, and it's hard to find Malachi because it's a minor prophet. There aren't that many chapters to it. It's teeny, so I'll give you a couple seconds while we're chanting to find it, but we're in chapter 3, verse 13. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar b'nviim tovim v'ratzah v'divreihem hanemarim be'emet. Baruch atah Adonai habocher b'torah u'Moshe avdo u'Yisrael amo v'v'emet v'tzedek. So here's what Malachi says. He says to the people on behalf of God, "Your words have been harsh against me, says the Eternal," says God. "Yet you say, you Israelites say, what have we said to one another against you, God?" Malachi goes on, in God's name, "You have said, it's useless to serve God. What gain is there in observing God's service or in walking with mourner's attire before the God of heaven's host?" In other words, This isn't just like, I'm an atheist. It's more of the person who says, I don't need God. What good is God? What are all these rituals? They're silly, they're ancient, they're not necessary. And God doesn't like it. God takes that personally. We account the arrogant happy, the evildoers are the ones who live on, they even try God and get away with it. In other words, people say, religion, Judaism in particular, the God of Israel, this is all hypocrisy. Bad things happen to good people, good things happen to bad people, and in fact, some people can even make a profit off using God's name. The whole enterprise is wrong and corrupt. That's what the people say. Then those who revere the eternal talk to each other. The eternal listened and took note of it. And the scroll of remembrance was written before God concerning those who revered and valued God's name. So basically, Malachi is reporting to us. He turns into narrator and says, there were and always will be enough righteous people who take heed, who find value and find meaning in not just worshiping and in ritual, but in living a moral life, in living a life of character. And so what Malachi says is that God takes note of that. And God takes that personally too in a very good way. And it says that Yikatev Sefer Zichron, that God actually writes a Sefer Zichron, a book of remembrance, to remember always those who followed God. And so as we said a little bit earlier during silent prayer, let us too remember, not just in harsh times and in difficult times, what it means and what it feels like to live a life of goodness and a life of mercy and a life of justice, and be mindful of the fact that God does take notice of that as well. And then it goes into what I read last night about the coming day of Elijah and the time when the hearts of children will turn to their parents and the parents to their children. So you can refer to last night's drash to learn more about that. And now the blessing for after Haftarah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam tzur kol alamim tzadik b'chol hadorot ha'ne'eman ha'omer ve'oseh hamdaber umkayem shekol devarav emet v'tzedek al haTorah ve'al avodah ve'al anviim ve'al yom ha'shabbat hazeh shenatata lanu Adonai Eloheinu likdusha v'limnucha lechavod ultifaret al hakol Adonai Eloheinu anachnu modim lach umvarachim otach yibarach shimcha befi kochai tamid leolam ba'ed Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh haShabbat. We're now going to lift and redress the Torah, then return the Torah to the Aron HaKodesh, and then we will be getting toward the conclusion of our Shabbat service. Please stand at your seats so that we can lift and redress the Torah together. Vezot HaTorah asher sam Moshe lifnei bnei Yisrael al pi Adonai biad Moshe. V'toratecha v'daber lebeinu b'mitzvotecha ve'yached levaveinu le'ahava u'yira et shemecha ve'lo nevosh yikanem ve'lo yikasher le'olam ba'ed V'shem kodshecha hagadol v'hanora b'atachnu nagila v'nismecha nagila v'yeshuatecha Eitz chaim hi lemachazikim ba ותומכיה מאושר דרכיה דרכי נועם וכל נתיבותיה שלום השיבנו אדוני אליך ונשובה חדש חדש ימינו חדש ימינו כקדם. Before we conclude, Rabbi Mason Barkin, I just want to kind of walk through all of the Passover activities coming up. So many things. So on the first night of Pesach, I was about to start singing on the first night of, but wrong, mixed up. On the first night of Pesach, which will be on Wednesday night, I will lead a online Zoom first night Seder, and it's really geared toward, it'll be about 45 minutes long, so you should have your Seder plate or your food or whatever ready to go, and we're just going to kind of go through using on a different night, on a different night, is that the Haggadah I'm using?
That is what it's like, Manish Tanah.
I picked it, and I don't remember the name, but I think it's, a different night, that's what it's called.
That works, same. You got the keywords.
Thank you very much. So the Haggadah, a different night, the publishers were really generous and made it available for free. And the short version is about 90 pages long. But we will not be doing all 90 pages. And then, Rabbi, on the second night?
On the
On this.
No,
Yep, I know, we're stuck.
For our second night Seder, we'll be doing a short, I'm shooting for about a half an hour.
Good.
Online Seder, we'll be using the Jubalong Haggadah that is available online. It's got a lot of like silly parodies and stuff like that. So great for anybody who likes a good Passover parody and who doesn't like a good Passover parody. But great for kids, great for adults, great for anybody who's looking for a second night lighthearted experience.
Good. So in Rabbi time, 45 minutes means about an hour and a half an hour means about an hour. So there you have it. But we're going to try to, we'll try.
We'll try.
It's hard. We like talking.
I mean, especially when there's no one here to give us looks or anything. We can just keep going and
Boom.
going.
I love it. So that's the first couple nights of, and Cantor's leading a lunch and learn on Tuesday on the fours of the Seder, so keeping it in the theme. And then can you kind of walk us through Yizkor on the service that's going to be on the last day?
Yes. So Yizkor on the last day of Passover, which is a service that we always do, and it's also an opportunity to remember our loved ones who have died. We know that especially at Seder, when you've got that empty seat, we feel those losses very viscerally, and it is can be quite painful. So on major holidays and festivals, we take the opportunity to remember, to name that feeling, and we do so at our Yizkor service. So we do this in conjunction with Congregation Kol Ami and Temple Solel, and we'll be doing it together as a Phoenix Jewish community via Zoom. So look for that link in your email.
And then tonight at 6 o'clock, please join Cantor Edinger and his family to end Shabbat with Havdalah. And thank you for last week. That was awesome.
That was really
in the
fun.
backyard.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
And one other, we've all got our things we want to plug. Every
plug
week
away.
On Thursdays at 3 p.m., we're having coffee talk online via Zoom.
You got to say quiffy talk.
I can't say that
I'm
because
sorry.
I'm not from Long Island. I'm from Buffalo. We have a whole different accent.
Okay.
New York is not just New York.
I know.
So that is a chance for anyone. There's no set agenda. It's just a chance to come together and chat, bring a cup of coffee, bring a scotch and soda. Martin, that's for you.
Nice.
Whatever it is you want to
Who brought
share.
scotch and soda?
That's Martin.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good for him. Little whiskey.
Yeah. So join us and we'll just chat. It's just a chance to check in with one another.
Lovely. So as you know, we are program rich right now. And it's been so amazing. And I will say it has filled our hearts with a lot of joy that we went to rabbinic school and actually get to practice rabbinics
It's neat.
on a daily basis right now. It's been amazing. So please continue to participate and just know it's bringing smiles to our hearts.
And if there's something you need, don't be shy. Please reach out. We're here for you even when we're not here, and we want to know how you're doing. So don't hesitate to check in.
Absolutely. All right, we're going to conclude now with Aleinu and with Mourner's Kaddish. If everyone can please turn in your Siddurim to 586 or 282, please stand. We will join together in Aleinu. Aleinu l'shabeach l'Adon hakol, v'atet gedula le'otzeh breshit, shelo asanu k'goyei aratzot, velo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkenu kahem, vegor aleinu kechol hamonam, v'anachnu korim, ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד הארץ ומושב עיקרו בשמיים ממעל ושכינתו זו בגופי מרומים הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, אמת מלכנו אפס זולתו, כך כתוב בתורתו, וידעת היום בהשבות אל לבבך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל, ועל הארץ מתחת אין עוד, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו echad. On this Shabbat, we share our deepest sympathies as we note the passing of the following people who were recently laid to their eternal rest, whose families are in Shloshim, the immediate 30 days of mourning. Edward Finger, husband of Gail Finger, Joyce Cohen, sister of Doris Amder de Groot, Bob Tanser, husband of Shoshana Tanser, father of Kathy Lukowitz, Pearl Serban Marr, mother of Susan Kaplan, my father, David Kahn, Helen Wazotsky, mother of Pearl Marr. And on this Shabbat, we remember those whose yahrzeits occur this week. Sheila Adams, Walter Adler, David Beloff, Morris Berman, Richard Bernstein, Sam Bernstein, Ruth Bickert, William Bland, Stanley Bluestein, Josephine Darmstadter, Irving Dorfman, Betty Edelman, Irving R. Fabricant, Helen Fogelson, Sam Friedman, Melvin Gerber, Jean Gitomer, Ann Goldman, Max Goodman, Arthur Hurwich, David Casson, Albert Kofsky, Harry Ray Crookston, Stanley Lewis, Mac Maiden, Alfred T. Marks, Beth Moretsky, Judith Myers, Zach Orman, George Perlman, Harold Plotnick, Jean Rosenberg, Ruth Marlene Rosenberg, Howard Rubin, Lillian Sachs, Nathan Sachs, Rose Siegel, Leonard Shapiro, Anna Shevin, Ethel Shevin, Morris Solomon, Edith Blair Spiegel, Clemens Stuckold, Max Taubman, Jack Waldman, Edward Weinstein, Nathan Weisberg, James Roth Williams. If you would like to share the name of a loved one you would like us to take into our hearts with our own, please take a moment to type their name into one of the either chat boxes or comment area. May all of their souls be bound up in the bonds of eternal life. For those in mourning, Kaddish can be found on page 598 or 294.
Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah. Be'alma divrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei. B'chayachon v'yomechon v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael. Ba'agala v'zman kari v'imru. Amen. Yehei shmei Rabba mevorach le'olam u'le'ol me'omaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yipa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei d'kudsha b'richu. Le'elah min kol birchata v'shirata tushbachata v'nechemata da'amiran be'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehei shlama Rabba min shemaya v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mramav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. May the source of peace and peace to all who are mourning, and comfort to those in grieving, as together we say, Amen. And a gentle reminder that when Pesach begins on Wednesday evening, Shloshim or Shiva, the 7 and 30 days of mourning, ends. It is, in some ways, replaced by the celebration of a Jewish holiday. So please don't be surprised or shocked if the names are not read for Shiva and Shloshim beginning next Shabbat. Just wanted to give that as a heads up.
You want to Kiddush first, or do you want to do?
No, you'll sing and then we'll Kiddush, no?
Say
Shalom, Ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav Shalom.
Shalom.
I like the back and forth with the guitars.
It's fun, huh?
It's fun.
It's nice, a little different.
Yeah, it's fun. Jackie, fun? Good. V'shamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם, ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם, ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם, כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש, וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, בורא פרי הגפן.
Amen.
L'chaim. Last time for Challah for 2 weeks. Oy, so sad. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. B'teavon, Shabbat Shalom.
Shalom, that Chalah's all yours now. Shabbat Shalom.